The usual sea of red here in this spectacular venue has been turned white as we are high above snowy GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in KC. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Well, just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Mahomes now to throw. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. .21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down. Well, these 2 teams met in Kansas City earlier this season with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And some room to maneuver. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A first carry now for Chase Edmonds, and he'll work down inside the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, further down the line chain. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so 3rd down coming in.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Now it's Wilson. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. A throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Gets it to Hardman. A jet sweep. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a give up the middle to Williams. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Here's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Now it's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
They'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed, and the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
23 yards on the play.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The Chiefs had 10-6 now on the year. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allowed a conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option. Diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
No way, you're kidding me!
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team are defensive tackles because we ask them to just eat up blocks and other people to make tackles. And when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, Wilson. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. Here comes Tony on the return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the interception, here's Wilson. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, that's complete to Edmonds, his running back. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible. And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They give it to Williams, running right. Not enough there for a first. No gain as a matter of fact. And leaves it at 3rd and 1.
I know the speed is a hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having the linebackers set the edge.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he rifles one that's intercepted. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. On a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick-6, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going off.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Legarius Sneed. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the run.
Touchdown! Travis Kelce with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there, so they'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Wilson. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. He's got the first down and more. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but
Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. And now here's another interception. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Now Wilson on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, a field goal. Cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Mahomes now to throw. That'll be caught. It's Tony. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. Throwing now is Mahomes. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Mahomes going to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now it's Mahomes again. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 33. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays,
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mike Purcell breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
After the sack on first down, Mahomes.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 21. And good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Real estate's been pretty hard to navigate up the middle, hasn't it? Been real tough for them to run the football.
Another example there, but when they try to bounce it outside, the numbers have been to the advantage defensively there, too.
Yeah, once they took care of the middle, that allowed those linebackers and secondary guys to run to the ball and the perimeter.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Starting to look like this drive may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.